Welcome to my channel Pocket Change Coins, because, as you know, old is gold. Some of the rarest coins worth big money could be hiding in your hands right now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and watch till the end. Let's dive in. First, we're shining the spotlight on a remarkable piece that many people overlook, the United States 5-cent coin from 2005 with the D mint mark. While it may seem like an ordinary nickel from your pocket change, this coin holds the potential to surprise collectors and investors alike. If you're a coin lover or someone who's just starting their numismatic journey, make sure you listen very carefully, because this 2005 D nickel could be your next great discovery. The 2005 D nickel belongs to a unique moment in U.S. mint history, part of the Westward Journey nickel series, introduced to commemorate the bicentennial of the Lewis and Clark expedition. During that year, the U.S. Mint released new reverse designs and refreshed the Jefferson portrait on the obverse. The American Bison and Ocean in View nickels stood out among collectors for their beautiful and symbolic designs, but what truly elevates some of these coins are the rare errors that occurred during their production. Now here's where things get really exciting. A small number of 2005 D nickels were struck with dramatic and highly collectible minting errors. One of the most famous is the speared bison variety. On this version of the bison reverse design, a die gouge appears across the bison's back, creating the appearance of a spear running through the animal. This striking and bizarre error turned an otherwise common coin into a viral sensation within the coin collecting community, and it's one of the most desired modern nickel errors to this day. Another highly collectible trait is the presence of full steps on the Monticello design, which appears on different 2005 variations. Full steps refer to the sharp and complete strike of the staircase on Jefferson's home, a detail that's often incomplete due to worn dies or weak strikes. Coins that display this level of precision are graded higher and sought after by collectors who focus on technical perfection. When combined with a rare mint error, the value of the coin increases significantly. Collectors have also documented examples of double die obverse and double die reverse errors in the 2005 D nickels. These doubling effects can be seen in inscriptions like, "In God We Trust" or "United States of America." The doubled lettering is visible even without magnification on some coins, but a loupe or coin microscope will give you a better look. These errors are not only eye-catching, they are solid evidence of die mishaps at the mint and are prized for their uniqueness. Another exciting variation to look for is the off-center strike, which results when the blank planchet isn't properly aligned with the die. These off-center nickels are often missing a portion of the design but still display a visible date, making them incredibly collectible. And let's not forget about clipped planchets, where the coin is missing a small curved portion from the edge. These errors, when authentic, are a result of mistakes during the blank cutting phase and are considered rare, especially in modern coins like the 2005 D nickel. Now let's talk about condition and grading. A 2005 D nickel in mint state condition, especially one with full steps and a recognized mint error, can sell for much more than you'd expect. Collectors look for nickels that are free of scratches, discoloration, and signs of wear. Getting your coin professionally graded by top services like PCGS or NGC is the best way to confirm authenticity and unlock its true market value. The encapsulation and certification process gives buyers confidence and can significantly raise the final sale price at auctions. To give you an idea of just how valuable this coin can be, consider this: a 2005 D Jefferson nickel with the rare speared bison error, certified in high mint state condition, recently shocked collectors when it was sold at auction for a stunning $22,000. That's right, a coin that started as just 5 cents reached a value that could buy a brand new car, simply because of its rarity, condition, and unique error. So now the question is, do you have one of these coins in your pocket change or coin collection? It's time to start searching. Look for the bison design and inspect its back for the famous spear-like gouge. Examine all lettering for doubling. Check for odd shapes, misalignments, or missing edges. If anything looks off or out of the ordinary, you might be holding a small fortune in your hand. Second rare coin, we're diving into the mysterious and exciting story of the United States 5-cent coin from 1972 with the D mint mark, also known as the 1972 D Jefferson nickel. This coin might appear like just another nickel at first glance, but the truth is, it's much more than that. It holds stories of rare minting errors, collector-worthy variations, and impressive auction prices that prove just how valuable this little coin can be. So sit back, relax, and listen very carefully, because this nickel could be worth far more than 5 cents. The 1972 Jefferson nickel features the classic and beloved design of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, and Monticello, his historic home, on the reverse. Struck at the Denver Mint, the D mint mark can be found to the right of Monticello. While millions of these coins were produced, only a select few have been discovered with rare characteristics that make them truly stand out in the world of coin collecting. And it's these unique features that can make your average nickel turn into a collector's dream. One of the most sought-after qualities in Jefferson nickels is the full steps designation. Full steps refer to the staircase on Monticello, and to earn this title, a coin must display 5 or 6 sharply defined and uninterrupted steps. This level of strike detail is rarely found in circulation because of weak strikes, worn dies, or handling damage. So when a 1972 D nickel shows full steps and remains in uncirculated mint state condition, it becomes a serious contender for high value at auction. Collectors go wild for these precise and perfectly struck coins, but what really makes the 1972 D nickel exciting for collectors is the array of mint errors that have been found over the years. One particularly valuable error is the double die obverse, where the lettering or date appears slightly doubled due to misalignment during the die creation process. Coins with doubling in words like Liberty, In God We Trust, or in the numbers of the date, 1972, are instantly more desirable, especially when verified and graded by professionals. These errors are fascinating to look at and represent rare mistakes in the minting process. Another stunning error that can elevate the value of this coin is the off-center strike. These errors occur when the blank planchet is not properly aligned during minting, resulting in a coin that is misaligned, sometimes up to 50% off. The more dramatic the misalignment, the higher the collector interest, particularly when the date and mint mark remain visible. These coins are true oddities and show just how unpredictable and exciting coin errors can be. Let's not forget the clipped planchet error, a mistake that happens during the cutting of blank coins, leaving a small curved clip on the edge. When found on a 1972 D nickel, this adds uniqueness and significantly boosts its value. Then there are struck-through errors, where debris or grease on the die prevents part of the design from appearing properly. These often create ghost-like features or missing parts of the design that attract collectors looking for distinctive and unusual pieces. In addition to errors, condition plays a massive role in determining a coin's value. A 1972 D nickel that has never been in circulation and retains all of its original luster and sharp detail can fetch impressive prices, especially when certified by grading companies like PCGS or NGC. Coins in mint state 65 or higher are considered premium examples, and when paired with rare errors or full steps, their value skyrockets. Coins with strong eye appeal and error rarity don't stay on the market long, they're snapped up quickly by experienced collectors. To give you a real-world example of how valuable this coin can be, there was a 1972 D Jefferson nickel that featured a deep off-center strike with a visible date and mint mark, combined with excellent condition and certified by a top-tier grading service. At a well-known auction, this coin drew strong interest from multiple bidders and ultimately sold for a breathtaking $45,000. Yes, you heard that right, a 5-cent coin fetching $45,000, thanks to its condition and a strikingly rare error. Now, take a moment and imagine, could you have one of these valuable nickels in your collection? It's absolutely possible. Many people have coins like this tucked away in jars, rolls, or forgotten boxes of old change. All you need to do is start looking. Examine your 1972 D nickels carefully, paying attention to the details on Monticello's steps, the clarity of the date and lettering, and any unusual characteristics that might point to an error. A simple magnifying glass can help you spot these rare traits that could make all the difference. Third expensive coin, we're diving into the world of a truly iconic and exciting piece of American numismatics, the United States 5-cent coin from 1964 with the D mint mark, also known as the 1964 D. Jefferson nickel. This coin might seem like a common find, and while it was produced in massive numbers, what most people don't know is that some rare varieties and mint errors have transformed this everyday coin into a true collector's treasure. If you've got old nickels lying around, this is the one you want to pay attention to, because it could be worth far more than you ever imagined. The 1964 D. Jefferson nickel was minted in Denver, and it marked a turning point in U.S. coinage history. That year, the United States Mint halted the use of mint marks temporarily, due to concerns about coin hoarding. But before that change kicked in, millions of nickels were struck with the D mint mark, and among them were a few that are now considered exceptionally rare. The secret to their value lies in their errors, condition, and unique varieties that make them stand out in the eyes of collectors everywhere. One of the most thrilling aspects of the 1964 D nickel is the possibility of finding a full steps variety. Full steps refer to the crisp, uninterrupted horizontal lines on the steps of Jefferson's Monticello on the reverse. It may sound simple, but achieving a perfectly struck coin with full steps is incredibly difficult, especially in 1964, when dies were overused due to high demand. A 1964 D with sharp, defined full steps and high luster is an elite coin that commands serious attention in the collector market, but it's not just about full steps. This coin also has some fascinating mint errors that make it even more desirable. One of the most prized is the double die reverse, where the letters on the reverse, such as Monticello or 5 cents, appear doubled under magnification. This rare misalignment during the die creation process results in a doubled image that's easy to miss if you're not looking closely. Coins with this error, especially when certified and graded, are extremely rare and valuable. Another error to look for is the off-center strike, a dramatic mistake where the design is noticeably shifted to one side of the coin, leaving part of the coin blank. The more off-center and the more complete the visible date and mint mark, the higher the value. Collectors love off-center coins because each one is truly unique and offers a peek into the imperfections of the minting process. You might also stumble across a clipped planchet error. This happens when the blank metal disc that becomes the coin is incorrectly cut, resulting in a coin with a curved, missing portion along the rim. When found on a 1964 D nickel, especially in mint state, it becomes a conversation piece and a prized addition to any error coin collection. And don't forget about struck-through errors, where foreign material like grease or cloth interferes with the coin's design during the strike. These can result in missing details or ghost-like features, and they're becoming harder and harder to find in good condition. Now, let's talk about condition. While millions of 1964 D nickels were minted, very few remain in pristine, uncirculated condition. Most entered circulation, got scratched, lost their luster, or suffered environmental damage. That's why collectors go crazy when they find examples graded MS-65 or higher, especially with full steps and a documented error. These coins are the ones that show up in auction catalogs and make headlines in numismatic circles. A fantastic example of this coin's value can be found in a recent auction where a 1964 D. Jefferson nickel with full steps and a confirmed double die reverse stunned everyone when it reached an astonishing sale price. With flawless details, sharp luster, and a certified mint state grade, this coin didn't just draw attention, it sparked a bidding war. And when the gavel finally came down, the coin had sold for an incredible $150,000. Yes, that's a six-figure sum for a 5-cent piece. Now here's where it gets really exciting. These coins are still out there. They're hiding in jars of old change, tucked away in desk drawers, and waiting to be discovered in inherited collections or coin rolls. If you've got a 1964 D nickel, it's time to give it a close inspection. Look for those full steps under good lighting or a magnifier. Check the reverse for doubling. Examine the edges for clips or off-center details. What looks like an ordinary coin could be your ticket to joining the ranks of lucky collectors who struck gold, or in this case, nickel. Especially, we're talking about a coin that could fetch tens of thousands of dollars at auction. So if you're a collector, a treasure hunter, or just someone who loves a great mystery in your spare change, this video is for you. Listen carefully and enjoy every second, because your next valuable find could be hiding right in your coin jar. the 1979 Jefferson nickel may look like your average American coin, but it comes from a time when minting errors, die deterioration, and unexpected misstrikes made certain coins extraordinarily rare. The obverse features the iconic portrait of Thomas Jefferson, while the reverse showcases his famous home, Monticello. But what makes this coin shine in the collector market isn't the standard design, it's the rare mistakes and pristine conditions that have turned select pieces into valuable collector's items. One of the most exciting features collectors hunt for in the 1979 nickel is the full steps designation. This refers to the clarity and completeness of the steps on Monticello. Most nickels, due to rushed minting and worn dies, don't show clean, sharp steps. So when a 1979 Jefferson nickel has crisp, uninterrupted lines on the steps, it qualifies for this elite designation, and collectors will pay a premium to own one. The full steps variety is especially rare in nickels from this era, making any coin with that feature highly desirable, but that's just the beginning. Some of the most valuable 1979 nickels ever found are those with dramatic minting errors. A few lucky collectors have discovered double die errors, especially on the obverse, where elements like Liberty, In God We Trust, or the date, 1979, appear doubled. This happens when a die strikes the coin more than once in a slightly different position. These errors aren't always obvious, you might need a magnifying glass or a loupe to detect them, but when they're verified and professionally graded, they're worth a fortune. Another major error that boosts the value of the 1979 nickel is the off-center strike. This occurs when the coin blank is not perfectly aligned in the press, resulting in a misaligned strike that leaves part of the design missing. The more dramatic the off-center error, especially with a visible date, the more desirable the coin becomes. These are some of the most visually interesting errors and are always a hit with collectors. Let's not forget about clipped planchet errors. This is when the coin is missing a curved portion due to a flaw in the blank cutting process. When found on a 1979 nickel, this type of error instantly sets it apart from ordinary coins and increases its appeal in the numismatic world. There's also the rare but thrilling struck-through error, where foreign material interferes with the striking process, resulting in a coin with ghostly impressions, missing details, or odd indentations. These mistakes are rare, exciting to find, and worth significantly more than face value. The condition of your 1979 nickel is just as important as the rarity of the error. Collectors and grading services like PCGS or NGC look for coins with strong luster, sharp strikes, and no signs of wear or damage. A 1979 nickel graded MS65 or higher, especially with a rare mint error or full steps designation, can command a price far above its face value. It's a powerful reminder that coins with historical character and minting anomalies are a treasure in disguise. And now for one of the most exciting parts, the auction world. A 1979 Jefferson nickel, struck in superb mint state condition with full steps and a known mint error, shocked collectors when it appeared at a high-profile auction. After fierce bidding and national attention, this tiny 5-cent piece sold for an eye-popping $70,000. That's right, $70,000 for a nickel that, to the untrained eye, looked completely ordinary. But to collectors, it was a rare masterpiece of minting history. So now the big question, could you have one of these coins? It's entirely possible. These rare nickels are still out there, hiding in change drawers, inherited collections, or forgotten coin rolls. All it takes is a curious eye and a little patience. Start by checking your 1979 nickels for clear full steps, doubling on the date or lettering, and any odd shapes or clipped areas. If you see something strange or unique, take a closer look. You could be holding a fortune without even realizing it, because in the world of coin collecting, even a small 5-cent coin like the 1979 Jefferson nickel can be worth $70,000, if you know what to look for and where to find it. Last unique coin, we're diving deep into the story of a nickel that has quietly made waves in the world of rare coin collecting, the United States 5-cent coin from 1985 with the D mint mark, also known as the 1985 D Jefferson nickel. This isn't just a regular coin you might find in your pocket change. Oh no, this is a coin that, under the right circumstances, could be worth a jaw-dropping amount of money. So grab your magnifying glass, tune in closely, and get ready to discover how one of the most unassuming nickels in American history has earned its place among rare and valuable coins. The 1985 D. Jefferson nickel was minted in Denver and continues the legacy of one of the longest-running coin designs in U.S. history. The obverse features the stately portrait of President Thomas Jefferson, while the reverse shows his historic home, Monticello, in all its neoclassical glory. At first glance, the coin seems simple and familiar, but it's the rare traits, mint errors, and pristine conditions that make select 1985 D nickels worth far more than just 5 cents. This is where the adventure begins. Let's start with what every collector hunts for: full steps. This detail may seem small, but it's a huge deal in the coin collecting world. Full steps refer to the staircase on the reverse of the coin, leading up to Monticello. To qualify for full step status, all 5 or 6 lines must be clearly visible, sharp, and uninterrupted. Most coins don't make the cut, especially from the 1980s, when dies were often overused and strikes became weaker. So when you find a 1985 D nickel with sharp, full steps and no wear, you're looking at a rare gem that serious collectors are eager to pay top dollar for, but that's just the beginning. The 1985 D nickel is known for some incredible minting errors that have become legendary among error coin hunters. One of the most talked about is the off-center strike, where the coin's design is visibly misaligned, sometimes by as much as 10% to 50%. If the date and mint mark are still visible and the coin remains in uncirculated condition, collectors will line up to add such a piece to their collection. Each off-center strike is totally unique, which makes these errors especially collectible and exciting. Another rare and valuable error to look for is the double die, either on the obverse or reverse. This occurs when the die strikes the coin more than once, resulting in doubling of the design elements. On the 1985 D nickel, doubling can sometimes be seen in the words, "Liberty, in God we trust," or even in the date. These doubled features aren't always easy to see with the naked eye, but under magnification, they pop, and when certified by grading services, they can command premium values. Clipped planchet errors also make a rare appearance in 1985 D nickels. These occur when part of the blank planchet was incorrectly cut before striking, leaving a curved or straight clip on the coin's edge. These errors are not only rare but also visually striking, adding serious collector appeal. Another thrilling error is the struck-through error, where foreign materials interfere with the strike, leaving strange imprints, missing letters, or ghost-like impressions that can't be found on standard issues. These kinds of coins become instant conversation pieces among seasoned collectors. Now let's talk about condition, which is everything when determining a coin's value. Coins that have never entered circulation and remain in mint state, especially those graded MS65 or higher, are the stars of the collector world. Combine that with full steps or a known error, and you've got yourself a treasure. Coins like these are rare because they've survived decades without scratches, wear, or fading, a true feat for any coin made in 1985. In recent years, top-graded 1985 D nickels with full steps and certified errors have begun making waves in major auctions. One standout example featured a stunning off-center strike, gorgeous original luster, and a flawless surface. This coin, authenticated and graded by PCGS, stunned everyone when it crossed the auction block for a staggering $50,000. That's right, a 5-cent coin became a 5-figure showstopper simply because of its condition, error, and rarity. What makes this story so incredible is that these coins are still out there, hiding in plain sight. You might have one in your pocket, in a jar of change, or tucked away in a family coin collection. All it takes is a closer look. Inspect your 1985 D nickels for full steps on Monticello, search for signs of doubling or unusual markings, and check for any off-center strikes or planchet errors. Sometimes, the smallest details lead to the biggest surprises, so now it's your turn. If you think you found something special or want help identifying a unique coin, share it in the comments below. We love hearing your stories and helping you unlock the value hidden in your collection. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed the deep dive, subscribe for more rare coin spotlights, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an opportunity to discover a small coin with a huge value, because in the world of numismatics, even a 1985 Jefferson nickel, when perfectly struck, era-rich, and in mint state condition, can be worth an astonishing $50,000.